After installing the T1 Toolhead software, we can begin using more of its functions. After clicking on Extras, you can see all the box templates. We'll choose one here, and we'll just enter an opening width of 8 and an opening height of 10. And the height of the box will add as 3 inches, and the mat thickness will leave at 0.05. That depends on what type of material you're using. It might take some getting used to know what to put in there. Click on Create Shape, and then you click on Cut the Layout, and it would cut the box, and it would also tell you what T1 Toolhead item to use. Now it's very similar to the other templates. The only difference is the mat thickness and sometimes the height of the box as well. Let's create a new one. Show you some more features. Some of them are a little more detailed than others. This one will enter opening width of 8, opening height of 10, enter a height of 3 inches, leave the mat thickness. And as you can see now, there's more options in this box. There's a gap width. You can see on the right hand side. We'll leave that and go to the gap length, and that's the length of the gap. When it folds over, that little tab will fit into it. Gap distance. Now that green little icon is showing you the distance, like where it's going to be used. We'll change that to 1.5, and as you can see, the gap is now farther away from the inside of the box. The next setting is the lobe width. Change that to 4 inches. You can see again the changes on the right hand side, and the gap. We'll change that to 1/2 inch. We'll click on Create Shape to save that. That's just some of the functionality of the new templates for the T1 Toolhead boxes. Let's create something else here. Create a new template. Get rid of this one. Let's go to Standard. Click on the A010 template. Enter a width of 11 and a height of 14. An opening width of, say, 5 inches and an opening height of 7. We'll click on Create Shape to save that. Actually, then we'll add a weighted bottom, so we'll change the bottom border to 4. And let's click on Create Shape to save that. And just to show you some of the original things you can do with the T1 software, we'll hit Control F to go to Font Mode. Hit the 3 buttons to enter into our fonts. And let's look for WebDings. Highlight that. Click on OK. Enter the font height for the WebDings at 2 inches. We'll erase what's already in there. Let's choose the spider web. Choose the spider web. Add that. And click on the green check mark. And with the paste position, it will add it to the bottom left-hand corner. We'll exit from the font mode. And we'll go to the TO, which is Administrative Tools. Now this is new with the T1 Toolhead. Underneath the beveled head, you can see that everything so far is going to cut with the beveled head. You highlight A010, that's our opening. And if you highlight the font, hold down Shift, hit the bottom font, and that will highlight everything for the spider web. Now to change that, we'll go click on Embossing Ball. Now underneath Embossing Ball, you can see that there's fonts. And those are represented by a blue dotted line. So we'll click on the green check mark. So we'll click on the green check mark. Now we have our spider web and our 5x7 opening. Let's add a little something extra. We'll choose the 3 dotted button. And let's look for a script. Click on OK. We'll erase that. And let's type in the word Andy. Click on the green check mark to place that on the mat on the right hand side. Click on the X to exit the font mode. And let's just click and drag Andy up to the top here. Let's drop it roughly in the center. Now we'll go to TO for administrative tools. Scroll up so we can see all of the font, the new font put on. Left click on the top one, hold down Shift, click on the bottom font to highlight it all, click on embossing ball, and then click on the green check mark to get out of there. Now we'll highlight all of Andy, go to Arrange mode, and click on the centering vertical. And we have Andy centered in the mat now. After centering the word Andy, we'll click on the Cut option. Now after you click on that, the machine will go to the position, and it will ask you to change to the embossing ball. So we do that on the machine, and when we're done, we click on OK. The machine will begin to emboss. When it's done embossing, it will ask us to change to the beveled head. That's the 45-degree beveled head. We'll do that, and then click OK. And then it will cut the opening. And that's just one of the many ways you can use the T1 tool head to do embossing on your mats.